Hello from my office. This is week 4. Screencast-O-Matic has a new version out that I just updated to my laptop, and it has lots of webcam functionality. So lucky you, I'm trying it out this week. You're seeing the clean quarter of my office. I don't even know if it's a total, even if it's, that much is clean. Anyway, week 4. Let's see. Now I just created a very lengthy screencast about the digital Sabbath assignment that I'm hoping that you'll watch before you plunge into it. I'm sad to say that it's clear that many of you have not watched many of my videos, and it's really coming through in the essays that I'm seeing for the observation essay. But that's, that's on you. It's not on me. I work hard to create these and prepare them. Whether or not you watch them, whether you can make time for them in your busy days, is kind of up to you. And we'll just leave it at that. So for this week, your assignments look like this. By 9 a.m. Monday, February 15th, the day after the made-up I Love You holiday, you will hopefully have done all of the stuff. You will check out the assignment for the digital Sabbath, which is here. You will basically be unplugging from your technology for a 24-hour period, but before that you need to sort of prepare for what that entails. And it's going to take several things. I already talked way too much about it in the previous screencast. I'd rather drive you to that one than talk too much about it here, except to kind of repeat these things that are important. Essay 2 cannot be started last minute, or if it is, it will be to your great peril. There are lots of little assignments and lots of data collection. You do have to have an outside source for the digital Sabbath essay. More on that in a minute, but generally speaking, you are going to conduct your own research once again for this essay. 20 words or less. Essay 1 asks you to sort of look out into the world to understand tech use, and now Essay 2 is asking you to sort of look inward, I guess, and understand your own tech use. So you need to read the assignment, you need to watch the screencast. You need to complete the Tech Diary Invention Journal, of which I spoke of in that previous screencast. You also need to read up on digital Sabbath, so I really hope you spend a lot of time making your way through these links. None of them are, now let me get serious for a second here. None of these links are, very long. A lot of them are videos. A lot of them are sort of more pop culture-y than they are straightforwardly academic. And they will provide, the more you read, the much sort of stronger a foundation you'll have for what a digital Sabbath really means. It's not just unplugging, it's also examining and reflecting on and making sense of the ways that our devices, we think we're in charge of them, and sometimes they're in charge of us, the way that they sort of govern our lives in ways that are beneficial and sometimes not. So please make your way through as many of these articles as possible. When you don't read, it's obvious to me, and it comes out of your grade. And some of you are going to, are in the process of learning that the hard way. So the guy who kind of got this all started is this guy here, the writer. I'm going to mispronounce the name, I'm sure. Alex Sujung Kim Pong. We'll leave it at that. You can see I purchased this item not too long ago. The distraction addiction. Don't do that. Pop-ups. Getting the information you need and the communication you want without enraging your family, annoying your colleagues, and destroying your soul. So it's not a new book per se, but it's kind of it got this whole ball rolling, I think, along with this book, Alone Together. Am I asking you to go out and read entire books? No, I'm not. But of course, if you know Amazon at all, you have sort of the look inside feature that you can click on, and you can get, a general sense of what a book is about. Wi-Fi is very slow on campus today. Maybe too slow for me to do this. So as you see, you click on the look inside on the Amazon link, and you can get your way through plenty of the book. There's that book, and there's Alone Together. There's also this video called Look Up. I don't know, why is that red? If I hyphenate. Yeah. What are you suggesting? Let's do some. I did not mean look up. Look up can be 2 words. All right. We won't let that get to us. Alone Together being another book. The Shallows, What the Internet is Doing to Our Brains is another book. A lot of these are articles, though. Your phone is ruining your life. And I'll add to this list as I find stuff. Some of the stuff was published, what's the date? Today's the 3rd. Some of the stuff was published on the 2nd. It was published yesterday. So who knows what will be there a week from now when you're actually probably watching this, I hope. So there's plenty. Hopefully the titles themselves are enough for you to at least jump in a little bit. I like this one, Bored and Brilliant by the Numbers. This is a fascinating one. Um, Getting over your FOMO. Do you know what FOMO means? Fear of missing out. We all have it. You know what it's like when your phone is away. My phone is right over here on my desk, and I hear it buzzing, and I'm wondering who's emailing me. I'm expecting a few emails, and I'm wondering, uh-oh, is this the email? I'm also expecting, to hear from my wife about who's going to go grocery shopping tonight on their way home from work, and so I'm worried that it's going to be me, and I'll have to cut my run short this afternoon. So we all have this some degree of FOMO, of fear of missing out, and it's an idea that probably you will return to over the course of your Sabbath. So there's TED Talks in here. Is it time for digital detox? Unplugged 2012. So I mean, there's so many articles here, and like I said, I'll be adding more. The digital Sabbath assignment does require you to have an outside source. Hopefully, whatever issues you want to highlight can be found in one of these articles. If not, feel free to do your own research. You all went through college composition. You should know how to find credible, reliable, timely sources from a variety of places. So, excuse me. Okay, and take any of these readings and make them your second reader response. Okay, put it in your reader response folder. The assignment, as it says here, stays the same, but make any appropriate adjustments that you feel are necessary. And complete a reader response. I want to know which one you read, which video you watched that really jumped out at you. You should pick the one that you have sort of the most to respond to, I guess, the one that made you maybe feel or think the most, let's say. Okay, so I like to give full credit for reader responses, so don't give me an excuse not to. Let's see. The SA2 brainstorming discussion post. Oh my goodness, is this your last work in Angel? I think it might be. Look how sad. All right, so in Angel, in lessons, you should have digital Sabbath plans. Oh no, you have two more. Sorry, we're wrapping up our time in Angel. Boo-hoo. Let's see if it loads up. Okay, so you don't have to reply to any of the responses you see here, but some people have some really inventive ideas as to how they're going to go about their digital Sabbath. So the most important elements here are: what day will you take your digital Sabbath? Why'd you choose it? How will you warn or inform people of your digital Sabbath? The first time I assigned this type of activity, I had to hear about how everybody thought I was dead because I didn't answer my phone for 24 hours. So now you have to, it's built into the assignment that you have to make sure you tell people that you're not going to be answering texts or phone calls or any other sort of social media. So how are you going to let everybody know? What are your cell phone or tablet rules? I know a lot of you work, a lot of you have other responsibilities. So we have to be reasonable about the digital Sabbath. I would love it if you just put your phone and everything else in a drawer and didn't get to it, but that's not completely realistic all the time. I guess I'm more interested in casual use more than I am like sort of professional use. So if you got school stuff you got to do, I would love it if you got it done before your digital Sabbath. You have more than enough time to plan it. So hopefully you're able to grab all your work and sort of get your arms around it before you have to do the digital Sabbath for this class. I'm hoping that's the case, but I hope for lots of things. Let's see, your computer rules. What else will you avoid? I mean, I'm trying to think, I'm leaving this question open-ended because what am I not thinking of is the question. How many of you have Fitbits, that sort of thing? So what else are you going to avoid? Some people really dive into this and, I'm going to live in the 1800s and I'm not going to use a car all day Sunday, or stuff like that. Feel free to, that's awesome. I had a student who wouldn't use pens. So, choose your own adventure, more or less. You have to unplug your from like your digital stuff, but everything else is sort of on you. What are you going to do that day? I hate to speculate, but you're all going to have to tally up exactly how much you're on your devices in a given day, and that it's generally like in the 6 to 10 hour range. Sometimes we're getting to 14 hours. Sometimes it's only like 4 or 5. But let's say it's 6 hours, 7 hours. Well, if you're not allowed to do all those things that eat up that 6 hours of your day, well, what are you going to do instead? Or what do you think you're going to do instead? This is almost like a pre-assessment type of assignment. And so then once you go through and do the digital Sabbath, you'll be able to do sort of a post-assessment and, sort of analyze what you did versus what you thought you would do. How would you keep your DS log? I'm really hoping some of you, for the log before and after that, you'll do like a video vlog, kind of like I'm doing today. Screencast-O-Matic is really obviously easy at that, especially now with this new functionality. And then, what are your thoughts and feelings? I'm not super interested in your feelings, but, I'll put it on there. So have this posted by, what did I say, it's the 15th at 9 a.m. What else can I tell you? Oh, I set up a doodle poll. I'm going to do one as well. I mean, while this loads up, I know it's going to take a while. I'm going to jump in and do a digital Sabbath with you. I do this when my life allows. I feel like being a teacher who teaches online mostly, it's hard for me to get away. But since the very vast majority of my students are taking this class, if I can afford to get away for a day, unplug from not only my devices but also my Garmin here, my watch that I take on every run with me, my headphones, no TV, none of that stuff. I'm eager to do it as well. So let me get my ugly mug out of here. So basically, I've created a poll here. You put your name in this field, and then you click. These are basically, I thought, the most I don't know, most probable days that people would be taking their Sabbaths, especially I imagine 20th and 21st are going to be the most popular options. So to that end, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to have to, I know I have to pick a Saturday or Sunday. So whichever one of these days fills up, which, the most people click on one of these dates, I'll pick Saturday or Sunday with you. And I will do my own digital Sabbath, and maybe I'll try to write up something along with you. I know my startup disk is full. Let's see. What else can I tell you? I think that's about it. I really do enjoy this assignment. I think it's a fun one. I think it's one that a lot of students remember. They remember me for, I guess. You're digital natives. You've always grown up around the internet, guys. And as a result, maybe you haven't examined the role that that sort of hyper connectivity and access to everything kind of plays in your life. I am what's called a digital immigrant. I came to the internet very late in life, relatively speaking. I was 18 years old. I was 18 before I really got on the internet, before there really was an internet to speak of. And so I was older than many of you are now before I ever saw one. So think about not ever being on the internet before, like today, like right now. And yeah, that's, and so I don't know. I think it's a worthwhile endeavor, and I'm always excited to see what sort of essays. Some of you are going to love it. Some of you are going to hate it. Many of you are going to fall somewhere in between those two extremes. And I don't know, wherever you fall, you're going to make sense of it in a way that I think it will be beneficial not only to your work in this class, but I can shoot for the stars and hope that what I do helps make you a slightly better person, slightly more aware person, right? I can dream. We all can dream. And on that hopeful note, I will tell you to email me your questions and to have a great week.